Hey guys, Ben from Passion Projects here. Thanks again for joining us for episode 2 of Airlie Beach Passion Projects. We've got something cool for you this morning. Let's dive in. Alright guys, I said I have something special for you, something you probably haven't seen before. Today we have a genuine HQ Overlander for an episode of Born to Build Passion Projects. Old Steve here has quite a collection which we're going to get through today. We have a few other cars that have popped down for some footage and hopefully we can get a closer look at those as well. But let's dive into this Overlander because it is wicked.
Yeah, my name's Steve. What we've got here is a genuine 1974 HQ Overlander. Running a 383 Chev, turbo 400 box, Dana 60 rear, Dana 40 front, Dana 22 transfer case.
Steve, that sounds unreal. Let's dive in. So Steve, you've done a fair bit to this. Honestly, it's a clean car. I love this. But let's dive a little bit closer into your engine bay and your running gear. You know, what have you done with those?
Thanks, mate. Well, she's a 383 stroke Chev. Girdle bottom end, trick flow top end, a lot of Edelbrock gear there. It is a board engine, I will admit, it's about the only thing I haven't done. Bought it very well at the time of sale, the guy wanted it gone. Coupled to a turbo 400 as they were from factory. We've had that tidied up by Kennedy Automatics down in Mackay, and I've then fitted that into with all the Dana gear. So when Arthur Hayward from Tasmania built these, they were a Dana front diff 44, Dana rear diff 60, and then a Dana 20 transfer case. And when we get to the interior, you'll see it's a twin levered transfer. So yeah, pretty much ground up, body built, engine, gearbox in, and then suspension, brakes, and then the body. So yeah, it's been full house from us had it for 8 years, and it had been off the road for over 4.
No worries, man. Running that, saying that running gear, you literally sound like a 70s rock song, don't you?
Oh mate, Dana, Dana, Dana. Yeah mate, I think Duran Duran or someone like that had a song. Yeah, just show me age now, eh?
Alright, let's dive into this paint.
Yeah mate, this was a love affair. Not so much for poor old Kev the painter and the panel beater, but my wife chose the colour. It's a Voodoo Blue off the Holden. So Lee, my wife, who's very understanding, doesn't do much with the cars, loves them, but zero input other than colours. So she's to blame for this absolute sensational colour. The hours, I've got no idea. So Kev from TK Bodyworks down here in Cannonvale, absolute bloody legend, because when you actually get to look at what he's done as far as the custom striping down the bonnet and just the lines, you know, have a look at the gaps, he hours, days, 3 years in a panel shop plus some.
Struth. That's all I can say about that, mate, is struth. Down here in Airlie, really don't mess around. Outside this thing is beautiful and the inside is there to match. Speak us through what's going on in here.
Mate, starting with the full rewire from Steve from Reefside. We uncomplicated all the Holden wiring and we put a full digital VDO dash in it. We then went back to basics, just the carpets, etc. It was always a 3-seater and I wanted to keep that because my kids love this car. So I had a HJ seat converted into a HQ with the high set headrest, and then mate, she's a complied 3-seater.
Well, it's beautiful, it's clean, it's simple, but why on earth do you have 10 speeds and 2 reverses, mate? That's got me thrown. And where's your clutch?
Yeah mate, with the Dana 20 system, it's a twin shift transfer case. The original levers were just like a mushroom top piece of flat steel, so I've actually cut up some shocky shafts, welded them in, made it a little tidier, and then I thought, you know what, Speco gear levers, it's a column auto, let's get these kids that can't drive a manual car guessing, eh?
I love it, they look trick. So Steve, this thing it's next level. Like, I've seen some cool cars, but this thing's definitely up there. But you said it's got a little bit of history, something a little bit special. Do you mind breaking that down for us today?
Yeah, too easy. Back in 1977, Arthur Hayward down in Tasmania started creating the Overlander because there was no affordable four-wheel drive cars available, at the time. So he started with a HJ Ute. He then went to the HX, HZ, and then a couple of WB Statesmans. The options were, back in the day, had to be 308, had to be turbo 400, had to be a power steer car, otherwise you wouldn't do the conversion. Now this is HQ, so it's long before the HJ. Crash testing in Australia around the 1980s, Commodore platform came through, importing issues. He basically gave up and decided to sell what he had left of all his kits over to Western Australia to a guy called Mike Tanner, who then went on to do the Molecraft. So Mike Tanner created the Molecraft out of the platform of these, and that was Mike's footprint. This one was built in 1981 by Arthur and one of his workers in South Australia. He travelled over there, a guy had commissioned the job by the name of Kevin J. Simpson, Kevin W. Simpson, sorry. And they converted it from a white 6-cylinder Holden Ute to what you see now. The very next year, Kevin sold it to his neighbour, John, who I proceeded to buy it off after 35 years. So yeah, it is a genuine Overlander on the Overlander registry, because it is known, featured in one of the magazines, as the tough 350 Chev 1-tonner.
That's hot. There's nothing we love more than a car with a little bit of touching history. It seems like we've actually have a bit of a theme for the two cars of Airlie this weekend, is they've got a really pride-rich history, and we absolutely love that. Alright Steve, not to take away from your beautiful HQ Ute, but there's a little bit of a nice story behind this Valiant you've got in the corner. Let's dive into that.
Yeah, Ben, we had a very special auntie pass away last year, and in tribute to her, I've been working on a lot of Valiants in the time, and this one here kept popping up in the marketplace, so I saw it as a sign. Had a quick discussion with Leanne, my wife, and yeah, here we have it. We have a 1970 VG Pacer hardtop. Can't say I built this one, mate. It's how you see it's how I got it. It's just a good old standard 265. Currently running the Borg Warner 35 auto with the Borg Warner diff. We are soon to transplant a 4-speed, not just a Valiant 4-speed into it to make it a little bit more drivable. Yeah, this is tribute to me old Auntie Cecilia. She's a dear old soul, and instead of not remembering your past ones, this one here, every time we get it, we think of her and we have a bloody big smile as we're hooting down the highway.
We love that. There's nothing we love more than a touching story, and it seems like Airlie is full of them. So thanks very much for having us today, and thanks for sharing it. Let's go for a drive in that Kiwi, hey?
No worries, man.
Now, you're probably wondering, Ben, that ute doesn't have back seats. What are you in? Steve had this little gem hiding right next door in his it's a beautiful XC Falcon 4-door sedan with something a little bit special under the hood. What's it got under that hood that makes it a little bit unique, Steve?
She's running a 4V head 351. She's a factory 4-speed 9-inch ordered from Ford, and yeah, she's a one-off because it's actually a Falcon 500 with a GS upgrade and suspected GT block.
So you're saying it's a little bit of an accident?
Yeah, mate, back in the day when Grandad was building cars, it's not what you knew, it's who you knew. So yeah, special number one right here.
This car and me have something in common then. Let's go for a drive. Nothing beats an Aussie 4 on the floor. This thing's cool. This thing is cool. Doesn't have to be fast to be put on passion projects. Don't forget that, guys. We honestly just love sharing everyone's passion with everyone else, even if it's just a project that doesn't run. Let us know, because I want to see it. We love seeing what people build, what people's ideas are. We just love cars, and we hope you guys are loving this series. Now we're off. Yes, we're in the ute, no back seats. We have Anthony in the tonneau. He might survive, he might not. We'll see how we go. Doesn't have to be 1,000 horsepower to put a smile on my face.
Smile a mile, mate. Smile a mile.
That's right. We're all about smiles per gallon, not miles per gallon. We couldn't give one shit about fuel economy here.
You could own a Tesla, but you could also own this. You choose.
I know what I'd choose. Oh, 0 to 60, slow, just like every other car we've had on here, but goddamn. Oh, everyone's a good smile. This car's been an absolute hoot. Anyone that ever sees us around, snap some pictures, go see Steve. He's an absolute legend of a bloke. I really appreciate this, mate. Thank you very much.
Anytime, brother.
Hey guys, Ben or Steve or Ben, I don't know anymore. Too many Steves down here, so I think I'm going to change my name just to fit in. But another episode from Passion Projects done and dusted. Can't appreciate you guys more, especially for the boys that have shown me around their cars, shown me around their workshop, and honestly just let me like have a little bit of a window into their life, and I hope to God that you guys are enjoying it as well. Thanks again, Steve, for the workshop. I've loved this early series, and I'll be down here pretty often over the next 6 months. Just because I like the area, and look, I want a holiday every few weeks. So we appreciate all you guys. Thanks again for your support. Like, subscribe, follow, all the bits and pieces of social media, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks again, guys.